Azer isn't so great? Are you kidding me? When was the last time you saw a player with such aim ability and movement with a tablet? Alex puts the game on another level, and we will be blessed if we ever see a player with his skill and passion for this game again. Cookie Z breaks records, Rafis breaks records, Azer breaks the rules. You can keep your statistics, I prefer the magic. I don't accept that Bubble Man has won against me, even if he will win against me, because he never faced me at my best, while I always faced him at his best. That's not competition, that's not a tourney match that's supposed to happen. I do not accept that I've lost to him, only fools would see it that way. At my best, I am amazing, possibly more amazing than he is, but until that happens, I have not lost. Carried? Never. Fiery Rage never gets carried. I would personally like to thank Fiery Rage Osu for carrying me. Without you, this team would have been nothing. On this Thanksgiving Day, I will give thanks to Fiery Rage in the OWC tournament. Thank you. You cheated not only the game, but yourself. You didn't grow, you didn't improve, you took a shortcut and gained nothing. You experienced a hollow victory. Nothing was risked and nothing was gained. It's sad that you don't know the difference. I have undeniable evidence that Rafis is a hacker. For the following points, I will be referring to his new play in which he gets 829 PP. First, if you look at the slow sliders at 247, his cursor changes direction in a very choppy manner. As someone who is a professional coder, I can guarantee that these movements are from an algorithm designed in Java. He needed to design the code to fit a very fast map, as he had to make the cursor look natural while doing very fast jumps. However, when the slow part came, the script he used wasn't suitable for the slow sliders, and it made the cursor look choppy and abnormal, as visible in the video. Second, right after the slow sliders began, you can see Rafis look away from his Osu monitor, then expeditiously look at it again. Rafis forgot he was streaming, so he decided to look at something else while his hacks did the play for him. But then he looked back as soon as he remembered people were watching him. It's a shame to see the highest ranked players cheating, so we should band together as a community and expose Rafis for the hacker he is. Literally another PP map? What the fuck, Monstrata? It's ridiculous how mappers these days abuse 80 BPM 20x DS jumps and completely overmapped 130-second snap streams just to inflate the difficulty so pro players can play your map on stream so you can be recognized as the next famous mapper. Wow. Absolutely disgusting. I hope this never makes it past qualified. Please reconsider your entire career as a mapper. Right before the countdown to the song begins, you'll be asked, "Are you ready?" The answer is no. This is hardcore stuff here, pal. You're not cheering on a student trying to study for his exam, or a doctor trying to fix a microwave. You're cheering on warriors of metal, fighting hard, fighting on for the steal, through the wastelands evermore. Do you really have what it takes? I don't think so. I've even set all the sliders to the default normal settings, and this level still gets 5 stars. Why? Because it's just that bloody hardcore, mate. This is the very definition of hot-blooded rhythm soul. This is Osu Hero 3, Legends of Awindon. So go sit in a corner and wait until I release normal mode, or if you do decide to try this out, don't say I didn't warn you. I'll start with this. Whoever is saying that the anime titty slash boobs, or however you want to call them, is the main focus of the image is completely biased and wrong. And let me tell you why. Like Nito said, the math has already been done and the image contains about 13% of pixels worth of boobs, considering that it's 1920 by 1200. The main focus of the image isn't the boobs. The main focus is actually the girls' faces, because that is the first thing someone instinctively looks at after seeing the image. That's actually a legit drawing technique, and it is very common. Splitting the focus into 5 parts, making 3 of them, their faces, being the most detailed ones, and the rest not so detailed. The 4th part is where the quote-unquote boobs and the yellow pool accessory is, and the 5th and less detailed one is the background. Let's be honest here, we all know that Fun Orange really got 2nd place. He only missed 1, and that's because of that damn star pattern towards the end. Pretty much throws everyone off. Also, he only got 7 100s. If he didn't miss that first one from the star pattern, he would have gotten right up there with Ruchi. He did better than Wubblewolf, and he did better than HVIC225. He did better than all of them, but Ruchi would still be at the top. And to be honest, I think Fun Orange should be at the top too. He only tried 876 times and beat the shit out of this. Ruchi tried over 2,500 times and got a few more 300s than Fun Orange did without missing any. Fun Orange is the number one at this time, not Ruchi. I think Vaxei does have the fastest aim in Osu based on his Airman, Gangsta, and other shit plays, probably beyond HVic, Elysion, and others. Not sure about Rafis with his Immortal Flame DT plays though. But Vaxei is not even close as the best consistent high BPM Osu player, losing to such legends as Adam Q's, Septon, and even Gay Z. Is this literally a baby's first edited map? These aren't even on the beat. At least you made an effort. Did you make an effort? Oh, I hope so. Maybe this is sad. This is just depressing. This is like... Okay. You wake up, your mother promised you're going to Six Flags, but it's a rainy day, so you're like, can we go to Six Flags anyway? Even though, maybe it'll stop raining. And you get your hopes up, and I mean, you convince your mom to take you because she's had way too much vodka to think it's a bad idea. So on the way there, it just rains heavier and heavier and heavier, and by the time you actually do get there, it's not quite a downpour, but it's more than a drizzle. It's like, how the fuck are you supposed to go fuck your Six fucking Flags in the rain? And your mother like parks over at the side of the road and gets a bar of soap just to wash out your mouth with because you're like 6 years old or something and you shouldn't be using those words. She's not gonna take you home or anything. So you just sit in the car for another half hour and you try and wait out the rain. But the rain keeps raining because it's just one of those days. So dejected, you just kind of go to Six Flags anyway. You're like, okay, maybe there's some indoor attractions here, attractions with roofs. So you try to go to some attractions with roofs. So most of it's like gift shops and shit. The worst part is they're all out of those cool little spinning toys. Not the fidget spinners, but like the ones before that. Like, just like twirl them around with your finger. They're like the best thing for a 6-year-old, especially if they're battery powered and they do the auto spin thing. But no, the last one just got sold to fucking Bobby from down the street. He lives next to you and he went to Six Flags too, despite that it was raining. And looks like he was just there to take your fucking spinner toy. And it's like, ugh, your mom wasn't there. You just punch him right in the gullet. Just give him a good stomping until all his guts fly out his spleen, which is now inside his body from the stomping. But no, before you can get too violent, you just kind of get dragged onto the next attraction. And the one bright thing in your day, you do get one of those delicious soft pretzel things. Like, those are amazing. So you try and enjoy that in the rain, because like the rain makes it all soggy. That's the problem. There's an outdoor vendor and he's like, well, he didn't actually afford a roof. He's trying to make ends meet for his wife and kids. So he doesn't actually invest in a roof for his stall. And so all his pretzels are just soggy, and who wants to eat a soggy pretzel? So it's not actually the good part of the day, and you get maybe halfway through your pretzel trying to savor what's left of its breaded salty goodness, and eventually you just give up and you're like, okay, there's no salvaging this day. Let's just go home. And your mom complains at you because she spent all this money on tickets. It was like $15. She got a sale and it wasn't even worth the $15 just to go because you had to buy that dumb pretzel, and that pretzel was like $15 on its own because the vendor inflated prices without telling one. And I don't know, I guess your mom just assumed that's normal prices for a pretzel. It's kind of too bad, really, because you probably could have spent that $15 on popcorn or something. And at least the popcorn machine has a fucking lid. It wouldn't get all wet and soaked like the pretzels. But so you decide maybe this isn't so bad. Let's just get a jacket. So you take your jacket and you put it over your head, and that's kind of a makeshift rain preventer. And so you try and go on some kind of ride with it. The ride operator's like, hey man, are you sure you want to do this? It's raining. You're like, yeah, I went to Six Flags. I need my money's worth. Come on. And he's like, okay, but don't say I didn't warn you. And then you go on the roller coaster, and it feels fun at first, but the rain is so fierce. It just, from the sheer speeds, that it feels like someone's pissing in your face. And you start crying. You accidentally let go of your jacket, and it falls into the abyss. Like, literally the abyss. It's just a giant gaping hole underneath the roller coaster because OSHA hasn't been invented yet. It's like, yep, that's officially literally the worst day ever. And so your mother finally agrees to take you back home. When you're back home, you just crawl up in the bed and you get like even saltier because the rain finally stopped. But it's too late to go back now because it's like 5 p.m. or something. And the park's almost closed. So you just resign yourself to your fate and, well, you go to sleep and hope for a better day tomorrow. And that, my friends, is exactly how playing this goddamn map feels like. Oh, what a miserable experience, my god.